Listen to me, because this right here is going to help somebody protect their peace. See, not everybody who re-enters your life came back with pure intentions. And that's hard for some people to accept, because when somebody returns, our emotions automatically assume maybe they changed. Maybe they missed me. Maybe God restored this. But discernment asks a different question. And that question is, why are they back now? Because timing reveals motives. You got to understand that some people don't return because they had revelation. They return because they lost access. Let's keep it real. And that's deep, because there are people who only recognize your value once distance introduces them to your absence. So while they had you, they overlooked you. They ignored you. They took your grace for granted. They treated your loyalty like it was common. But then life humbled them. And suddenly, they miss you. But hear me carefully. Missing you and being mature enough for you are not the same thing. See, some people, they revisit old doors just to see if they're still unlocked. Meaning they don't necessarily want commitment. They want confirmation. Confirmation that they still have access. Confirmation that they still affect you emotionally. Confirmation that they still answer quickly. Confirmation that you're still available. You're still emotionally open to them. And the dangerous part is, if you haven't healed, you'll mistake familiarity for destiny. See, I'm trying to help somebody, because that's why some people keep reopening cycles God already delivered them from, because loneliness will make old dysfunction look comfortable. See, the Bible says, as a dog returns to its vomit, so fools repeat their folly. I want y'all to understand it. In other words, just because something feels familiar does not mean it's healthy. And some of y'all got to stop romanticizing people God removing. I want to go a little bit more deeper, because some people don't actually miss you. They miss the version of you that lacked boundaries. The version that tolerated inconsistency, ignored red flags, kept over-explaining yourself, kept giving chances, kept accepting, have love, kept abandoning your discernment just to keep people around. No, you mature. See, the healing changes your availability. See, when God starts healing you, you stop being easy to manipulate. Now suddenly you ask questions. You require honesty. You notice patterns. You don't respond emotionally anymore. You don't panic over distance. You don't chase confusion like you used to. And manipulative people hate when access expires. Let's just keep it real. That's why boundaries offend people who benefited from your lack of them. Ooh. See, that's wisdom right there, because some folk called you sweet when you had no standards. Some people called you loving when you tolerated disrespect. Some people call you humble when you stayed silent after what hurt you. But the moment wisdom entered your life, they started saying you changed. Oh, you act different. Oh, you're hard to reach. No, you just finally healed enough to stop leaving your door unlocked for everybody. And let me help somebody right now. Every reconnection is not reconciliation. I got to say that one more time. Every reconnection is not reconciliation, because some people came back with nostalgia, but no transformation. See, you got to realize this in the Bible. I'm thinking about back in the book of Exodus, that Pharaoh, he wanted Moses back too. Y'all remember that? But his heart never changed. Judas walked with Jesus, but proximity never converted his intentions. See, everybody around you is not for you. And discernment is learning how to separate who loves you from who benefits from your openness. Because the truth is, some people revisit old doors, hoping your loneliness reopen with wisdom closed. But hear me. Healing will make you expensive emotionally. Because once you know your value, peace becomes more attractive than attention. Now you'll rather protect your sanity than entertain inconsistency. Now you'll rather sleep peacefully at night than constantly decode mixed signals. Now you realize closure isn't always a conversation. Sometimes closure is God removing the desire. Are y'all hearing me? And I need somebody right now to hear this. Stop letting history make decisions the sermon already warned you about. Just because y'all have history doesn't mean y'all have destiny. And some people only reappear because access to you benefited them emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, and relationally. But relationships built on convenience will always collapse once accountability enters the room. That's why some people disappear the moment you require consistency. Because real intentions survive boundaries. Manipulation don't. So moving forward, stop asking, do they miss me? And start asking, have they matured? Because People can miss you and still not be healthy for you. And those are facts. People can love you and still lack the maturity to handle you correctly. And one of the deepest forms of wisdom is realizing everybody who knocks on your door should not be allowed back in.